Beautiful humans, how are we all doing? I'm gonna do a week ahead reading for us. So this is the next 7 days or so of your life from whenever you're tuning into this video. This is timeless, so it's meant for you when you find it. And we're talking about that time frame, like stuff that's important for you to reflect on and to know about that's gonna occur, likely to occur. It's tarot. But okay, I'm doing this. If you guys are new here, hi, I'm Erica. If you guys are used to me, I felt called to do the week ahead reading in a slightly different way, and I feel good about it. So you guys can let me know afterward if you like it or not in the comments. But because this is a pick a card and I'm going to be doing 3 different groups, you guys need to tune into which of these decks you feel most drawn to. Group 1, this one is the Tarot of the Cloisters. Group 2, this one, Rainbow Tarot. And group 3, Kawaii Tarot. So, okay, trust that nudge. You know how pick a cards work, and then head to the timestamp to fast forward to your group, and I'll see you there. Hey, beautiful humans in group 1. You guys were drawn to this circle deck, the Tarot of the Cloisters. So let's get into it. Let's see what is likely to occur in the next 7 days or so of your life. I'm doing this reading in a different way than how I usually do it because I want to. And we'll see if it works. You guys can let me know in the comments if you like the old way, but I'm starting out by getting all of these cards, and we're gonna see what's coming, as well as what you're going to be able to do, like where your power is this week. And then stay tuned toward the end because I have like a message from a person on your mind. It doesn't have to be romantic, but think of a person, maybe right now. Think of a person that you'd like to know a little bit more about. You need some clarity on. We'll get a message. Okay. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Sun card. You all have been experiencing a little bit more of your happiness. I'm hearing time alone. That's interesting. Group 1, for a few of you, maybe your happiness comes from quality time spent, like getting to know who you are, and therefore knowing much more of your own personal compass points, let's call it, your own insides, your own internals. Like, where is bliss for group 1? What do I need to do to like embody more of that, move in those kinds of directions? Either that, or just very simply put, your recent past has had like a whole lot of, or very gracious amounts of positive experiences in certain kinds of ways. Maybe this is also speaking to, this is an energy that is growing up, flowing to you, and also flowing from inside of you. You all who are very into charting astrology, or like your personal transits or something like that, you probably know, yes, this energy is supposed to come into my life more at this point in time. For some reason, it feels very like personal and very practical. Like this energy is growing because you're realizing more about you, and also you're doing the steps to make sure that it grows. Anyway, okay, let's see. This is stuff that is likely to occur. We have 10 of Cups, as well as the 6 of Cups. This feels very familial. I'm hearing for all of you, something very positive will occur in regards to, I'm hearing these words like the challenges of your resources for being among the people who you care for the most. Something incredibly positive will occur to provide for less pinch in that kind of an area. Let's see a little bit more about this. We have Page of Swords, and then we also have the Hanged Man. I feel like I'm moving on. Again, this is a new way of doing this, but I feel like I moved on a little bit too quickly from this. What I'm intuiting is that something small but significant for you, something that's like a step up, a step forward, basically, in finances, or a financial plan that you have to provide for more, like more time spent with, quality people and quality relationships who you love and who you want to support, and you want to be around more, and you want to, see more. Something very, very positive is going to happen to where you will feel like plan is on track. Plan is on track. So expect that. Again, I was picking up on that from your sun card. There's something like, feels very practical. You're like, I know what matters to me. And I want to make sure that my life is lived like that. No regrets at the end of life. Like, oh, I wish I had spent more time with my loved ones. That's not you guys. Not at all. At least it's showing up this week like that. Also, for quite a few of you, this Page of Swords and the Hanged Man feels like it's a little bit of exploring. I'm seeing several things. For quite a few of you, this is exploring more into those territories that you don't quite know enough about, and you know that you're going to have to go there and learn more if you're going to reach kind of next levels, next steps. It's something that's like required for me. Like it feels positive. It feels open. Hangman always has a positive tone to it when we apply it to ourselves. Hangman with the world around us might be giving us a lot of hassle, but Hangman always speaks to, I know who I am, and I know truth and things like that. I know my values. Like an example that keeps coming to my head is you're going to need to figure out like how to do your own taxes or something like that. You're going to need to figure out, the legalese or the bureaucracy or the step-by-step complicated process of something. You're going to need to learn about something. And so then these two cards are like, there's a huge green light, go ahead. Likely what is to occur is you will reach out to somebody, although I have cards here which are showing much more of what you will be capable of doing. You will reach out to someone and they will get right back to you and they'll make your process a whole lot easier. For others of you with these two cards, it feels like exploratory first steps toward reaching out to somebody. I need to correct that. Somebody will reach out to you with the tone of a desire to know more, a desire to interpret, maybe even a desire to understand. It's giving me the tone of a person might feel held back or restricted from you, maybe by you. Maybe quite a few of you group one set that boundary, You knew you had to, so you went ahead and you did it. There's something about how this energy will reach towards you with these kinds of tones to it. Like, I don't know, I am hearing like an apology, but it's like a shy one. It's like they don't know what to expect from you and they still want to explore. They still want to see what's possible. Okay, and then your last two tarot cards, we have the Chariot and then we also have the High Priestess. Okay, I'm back. I received a little bit of a phone call, but now I'm right here with you guys again. These two cards, the Chariot and the High Priestess, is giving me the vibes of plans in motion that involve movement, similar to travel plans. And then also I'm feeling like for quite a few of you, this is plans for physical exercise, sport, like going to sporting events. What is likely to occur maybe over the weekend or in your free spare time, things going with the High Priestess here. It feels like quite a dramatic way of stating it because these are two like major arcana. But we're tuning into events in your week ahead, but it feels like basically your cards wanted to show you that what you can expect from outside of you is all of that kind of stuff that you are already planning on is going to go efficiently, smoothly, good for you, and exactly as you expect it to, or better said, exactly as you plan it to. So if you guys are planning on any of those kinds of examples that I brought up, expect that kind of positive outcome. And maybe even, I want to say, expect the satisfaction of inside of you, you might have a sense of calm about this. Like, this is likely to go well. It will. Okay, now let's get to these cards. This is more of like what's in your hands. Where's your power? What can you do this week? Okay, we have Queen of Swords, and I'm being told to go one by one. Queen of Swords feels like it directly wants to apply to this Page of Swords and the Hanged Man energy. There's something about how being the embodiment of your personal truth is the most efficient way to go about doing things. This might challenge how you choose to communicate with others and why you choose to say the things that you do to whom that you say them to. But like, if there is a person who is reaching out, they're probably like needing this kind of judgment from you. Like, what is true? what is the clear and proficient information needing to come through you? It feels like also you will be very guided and very thorough to be capable of doing, I'm hearing like doing your assignments, doing your work, doing the tasks at hand. It feels like you're going to have extremely clear and thorough and pretty good mental, I'm hearing mental fortitude, like mental capacity this week. And your guides are like, use it, use it. Your mind is going to be very clear. You'll be able to communicate efficiently and work well with others. So use this power. It feels very gratifying to be able to like communicate so clearly and not have anything be all like muddled or murky or codependent. Okay, your next card, we have Four of Pentacles. Your guides are really pleased about this. Secure resources all throughout the week. Nothing is going to damage your finances, your income. Nothing is going to like strike at you in a financial kind of a way. Everything that is yours that you have secured, you know, behind lock and key and all of our kinds of financial ways that we do it. It's entirely in your hands to maintain that. I'm hearing like to maintain possession of your wealth and your goods. Everything. I also want to say for those of you who are self-employed or have your side hustles, this applies to there as well. Like nothing is going to damage any aspect of those streams of income. In fact, I feel like there's such positivity potential throughout the week for that to maybe increase. But we'll see, especially when it comes to the 10 of Cups, 6 of Cups thing. But we'll see. But overall, you just need to know that the power that you have is like solid financial progress and process. Like, there's a better way of saying it. Like you're going to be very secure financially throughout the week. So count on that. That's something that you have in your favor. Okay. We also have the Lovers card, and they want this as well. 5 of Swords. Okay, your guides are coming through with strong guidance here. Guidance from your guides. That's what they're there for. They want you as best as you possibly can to like create a tone or strike a chord inside of yourself of do no harm mentality to the best of your ability, to the most amount that you can secure it. And there are so many ways that we can do that. Empathy, compassion, working really hard mentally to work toward understanding another person's motivations and or our own, you know, doing the shadow work, adopting a kind of like laissez-faire or Zen kind of mode of being in certain situations. I do that all the time when I'm driving. I find it just makes life so much nicer when I go Zen with that shit. In traffic, oh well, y'all. You know, what it feels like is this is your power. You can incorporate a whole lot more harmony into your future if you choose into these ways of behaving. I don't know, it feels like be ultra mindful and perceptive this week. You have this ability to kind of stop time and to slow it down. Be a lot less reactive, be a lot more observer mode and perceptive, and therefore reflective and therefore responsive. All of these kinds of things. It feels like really damn good therapy kind of energy as well as possible for you, or it just feels like the embodiment of these tones are very available for you this week. So work with that to the best of your, I'm hearing like do no harm graciousness, accountability. See with the 5 of Swords, see where you might still be doing that whole, you know, win-lose zero-sum game with others where you have to be right. I'm going to take a sip of coffee because there's something that wants to come through. It's making me think of a card that came out in a recent reading for us all. It's in another one of my decks, and it's the Lady Portia Ascended Master card, and it says, let go of the need to be right. It's hard because our whole world literally, systemically is made up of you are obligated to kind of always be right. It's hard. It's hard to let go of these kinds of things, but it feels like you have power to be able to do more here this week. So take part in it in whatever way feels like it's right for you. Okay, let's see your tea leaves. They're gonna have a message for us. Handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important. That's genuinely what I was feeling like with the Page of Swords, the Hangman. It doesn't necessarily have to be a stranger, but for quite a few of you, this is getting that kind of instruction, guidance, and advice for parts of a process that you need to learn and go through. Okay, I was wondering, sorry, logistics, paperwork, meeting people who are a part of that process. Anyway, mice, discord among friends or family. Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. This mice card, what is it? Your guides want to come through with a specific message about it. It's not from friends or family. It's from the world around you. It's almost as if you guys are on some kind of a path. I'm channeling all of this group one, so I'm just gonna say the words and hopefully they'll fit, because the mice card is coming out for a specific tone. It's like you guys are on a trajectory to more protect you and your own and build that up a whole lot more. It's giving me the vibes of like protection mode on full force. And maybe that's why the Five of Swords has come out, and do be aware, do pay attention. There's something about, lean more heavily into the love that you do have and that you do require, and then do whatever it takes this week to kind of cut out what you can't do anything about and where there is discord. You can't solve all of the world's problems this week, but you can do a little bit more to kind of cut them out of your world and embrace more of the approach to harmony, where you are. Okay. Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business, is speaking directly to that Four of Pentacles tone. There's something inside of you that I don't feel as if you all group one will do any like overspending. That's just not the tone at all. If anything, this Fox card is coming out to like, double down on this guidance message of stick to your, plan, stick to your, I'm hearing professionalism with your own personal finances. Okay, Turkey, someone is behaving stupidly. This does want to suggest for those of you who this Hanged Man, Page of Swords energy is somebody who will be reaching out to you again. Something like that. Don't back down if what you have done is set a solid boundary. Like say that this is real and this is true. Part of the work of boundaries is identifying them and holding them, keeping them when pressure comes at them. And then we have man, dealings or relationship with a man, and mountain road. You are on the road to success. It is feeling like regardless of your gender, group one, you are needing to adopt a whole lot more of your masculine energy or your masculine side. Like what I'm channeling with that Four of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups is that there are more masculine tones to your week ahead. You need to protect, you need to support, and you know why you're even doing it. It's because of the love. It's because of the people who you care the most about. Okay, your oracle cards, and then I'm gonna get that message about or from the person on your mind. Your oracle cards for the week ahead, Seagull. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. Let's place this right there by the people who you care about, as well as that energy that you have inside of you for more of this kind of work of, even what I was channeling with the Sun card. You're doing this work already. Let's do some more. Let's pick our way through our choices and our decisions toward harmony and thriving mode a whole lot more this week. And one of the places that is the most calming and soothing to do when we know we can and we're safe to do it is through our feelings and our emotions. But okay, your crystal for the week ahead is, why can I never pronounce these? Crystals and me, we're not always getting along. Ametrine. Balance dual energies, integrate your spirit and mind. You got a lot going on outside of you that feels like it might conflict with the inside of you this week. Do what you can with that. Honestly, we're all doing that right now. The world is what it is. But yeah, If you guys are into crystals, I have a hard time with it. I love them very much so, but for some reason I've never gotten into them. If you guys are into crystals, then, you know, choose your way to this one. But okay, the last thing, the message from your person. Honor your worth, recognize your value, and stand proudly in your truth, knowing that self-love is the foundation for all other relationships. And then we also have magic opportunity. Embrace the unexpected, seize the chance for transformation. Okay, the message is that they are ranking you as important. What you need to be very clear on, group one, is they are ranking you as more important than they are. And feeling like kind of pedestal energies. I'm feeling that your person is very insecure around you. And with the magic opportunity, there's a small amount, okay, I mean, objectification feels like a little bit of a tone. I don't know, this is a quick message and I feel like we could dig very deep into this, but because you're so high above them, according to them, they aren't fully honoring their worth. And so then there might be doing some kinds of things surrounding you to where they might self-implode. I'm also hearing the words kind of certain parts of I'm hearing words visualization and I'm hearing the words self-harm, which makes me feel like their fantasies might turn toward dark, as in like when they think about you, they're thinking like, oh, they're too high above me, I'm shit, and I just need to stay low, and you know, that kind of stuff. But more than likely, what you need to be very clear on is this is the way that they are thinking right now. This is how they value you, yes, but turn the mirror on them as well. This is how they value them. They're not seeing that they can come to you unless there's something like the magic opportunity, unless they do something that's like full force, you know, bravado almost, like shoot their shot kind of energy. It doesn't feel like the nicest kind of a thing. It feels like the energy of like, I'm cluing into like, work on their emotions, work on their self-worth, work on their significance, work on their own sense of do no harm to self or others kind of a thing. That's what to clue into about this individual. But okay, group one, I'm done with your reading. How did we like this new way of doing it? I don't know. I kind of like it for now. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, like and subscribe. Links in the description of this video. I have my tarot book if you guys want to do some tarot spreads. It's a book full of tarot spreads. The ebook, there's a link below. You can have it right away. Otherwise, this is the print version. It'll take a few days to print, then a few days to get to you. It's one of my favorite things that I've ever done or created. I use it almost daily at this point. Yeah, so if you want it, link below. Otherwise, sending you on your way. Please remember, we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. My beautiful humans in group two, you guys were drawn to this rainbow tarot deck. So let's get going with your messages about the week ahead. I'm doing this reading in a little bit of a different spread. No, I mean, it's entirely different than how I usually do it, but I want to, and I think it'll be nice. But okay, I'm starting out by getting some cards that are gonna talk about what will be likely occurring outside of you this week. And then also I have some cards that are talking about like where your power is in the week ahead, like what will be up to you to be doing, and a lot of guidance will come through there. But okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Page of Swords. What are you doing that is kind of like fresh, new, maybe invigorating, exciting for you? It feels like a little bit of like daring. Yeah, this is in your recent situation. Like you guys are daring yourselves to learn more, to do more, to find out more. Excuse me. It's giving me the vibes of like an older person who is approaching learning technology and like literally going all of the way, like all of the ways to becoming extremely tech savvy. Something like that has happened for you all, where you're learning about something, but You're approaching it with this kind of courage of like, you would probably like to become an expert. For a lot of you, this is like also you all have been experiencing opened up communication. So then you're learning about another person and yourself in relationship. Either way, that's a little bit exciting. I can feel it in your energy. You feel a little bit like cautious and scared while also like courageous and excited. Okay, things that are likely to occur outside of you in the week ahead. We have 8 of Cups, and then we also have 6 of Cups. I just heard the words challenge accepted. Someone's going to feel a sense of belonging with you because there's a part of your world or your life right now where you are charting your own course forward. You're standing a little bit separate, a little bit solo, a little bit alone in certain kinds of ways because you're making sure that you set the tone for you on the planet right now. You're choosing an authentic course of action, 8 of Cups. You're walking away from things that are deeply unfulfilling for you. Count on at least one other person finding a strong, fulfilling sense of belonging with you. Honestly, I feel like there might be mutual bonding over sorrow, so don't be afraid of the mix of emotions that are involved in that. Don't be afraid to show emotions. It feels like this can build kind of like a whole new world for both of you. So expect that. We also have Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing there will be an increase in your finances, small, but important for you guys. Group 2, like this is important. Maybe as a part of like a fresh step to something that you're doing, like a new approach to a different place that you're receiving income or earning from, or how money is flowing. I saw something on TikTok the other day that I was like, hell yeah, this. And it was a dude going on in greater detail about how money is much more like water. Like it flows. It flows to you, through you, out of you. And if you think about it in those kinds of terms, or you work with it in those kinds of ways, I don't know, it was a really good post. And I feel like you guys got a bit more of that vibe kind of going on, especially with this maybe concentration on the watery aspects of life when the 8 of Cups, the 6 of Cups comes out. But you're just, suffice it to say, this is a good week financially for you. Money will be coming to you. Small doses, small ways, but fuck yes, let's celebrate them. It feels like it's nice for you. You'll want to encounter money coming to you, flowing to you in these kinds of supportive ways. It has a supportive tone to it. Like the money is flowing to you in a way that you feel fulfilled by. Like, I'm hearing accountability of authenticity. Interesting. Okay, we have Judgment. I just had a whole conversation the other day with a professional photographer who had been doing it for like 30 years. And this is the way he spoke of his photography business. He said it was a hobby, and yet it had been his full-time income for years. You know, it's something like that you got going on this week. But okay, we have Judgment. We also have 7 of Swords. And then we have King of Cups. I'm hearing the words let it evolve. A lot will occur outside of you that you don't have to, okay, your guides really wanted me to not turn these cards over just yet. Okay. You have the full ability to be completely aware and observing of something that will be occurring outside of you through the dynamics of other people. You are connected with these other people. There is a sense of belonging that I'm picking up on. You are clued into like certain aspects of their behavior that are wrong, that aren't working for you or them or others. Something is going to happen that is outside of your control, exclusive to them only. You can be aware of it. You don't have to. It's useful for you to note that this will be occurring this week, but there's a huge thing of keep your hands clean. Don't get involved. Like it almost has nothing to do with you, what will likely occur. The 7 of Swords, King of Cups thing, it feels like a takedown of an energy of a lie. Feels like the takedown almost of a person who is being very deceitful, extremely deceptive. Something is likely to occur. I so want to see what that something is. I'm pushing your guides. They're very much like, you just need to know that this is happening. Like, this is outside you. It's happening this week. You do you. Stay your course. Remain calm. This has nothing to do with you. But it's something where it's like moving forward or marching our way forward to what will be good for you or what would be good for you. This is part of the whole process. This is part of the whole, like, I'm hearing the words contract and union. Like, this has to occur outside of you, nothing to do with you, because, you know, co-creation, collaboration, the universe is infinitely convoluted. Something is happening where you will link up in the future, and it's as a result of this event. But your guides are very much like, they just need you to know that that is happening. You probably know exactly who we're discussing and who we're talking about. The Seven of Swords, that has to do with deeply distrustful behavior, the energy of lies, the energy of those trailing you, and how hard it is to keep lies for long periods of time, the amount of energy it takes and requires. This King of Cups force is gigantic. It's monumental. It's huge. It's giving me the vibes of, like, I don't know, the tides are turning in your favor. You just need to know that. With whatever this is, the tides are turning in your favor. You guys really don't, I'm so sorry. Your guys are like, they don't need to know. I'm putting those cards back. You guys already know. Don't get involved, okay? This has nothing to do with you, but it will, and you know it does. But, like, in the events of this week, do not get involved. Ugh, I like finding out all information possible, so this feels a little bit shitty, like I'm not telling you everything that you need to know. I don't know. I still looked at the cards. Do you guys want to see them? If you don't, then fast forward. Oh, I'm feeling a sick feeling. Okay, fuck it. Just suffice it to say, the cards literally say, stay in your lane, keep doing you. Oh, the only thing that you need to do is, like, support and provide for you this week. Okay, Jesus, that was confusing, and I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know. Some of you have made comments, like, if I don't know. You guys let me know how you feel about this in the comments if you want to, but we're moving on. These cards are showing, you know, where's your power? What can you do? What can you flex this week? Okay, the Devil. We also have 5 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and then Ace of Wands. This feels incredible. This feels like huge amounts of social inclusion are possible for you. You're going to be able to detect them, available for them, and then also create sacred tones of space for them in your life and in the lives of others. And it's going to carry the tone of struggle or sacrifice or suffering, atoning for the volume of that in our lives, being aware of what other people have gone through and you yourself, and representing that well socially. Create a tone in an environment where that's acceptable and approved of. And we can, you know, come together and we can feel our feelings and we can recover, we can heal. This is giving me the vibes of, like, attending those AA meetings, but also it's giving me the vibes of finding support in a group. And the group sense of belonging is as a result of that kind of support. I do feel like for quite a few of you, this Ace of Wands is signaling or signifying some kind of a business opportunity or an option for you all that you could follow through on. I'm hearing in the years to come, weeks, months, years. There's something about, you know, healing transforms all of us into becoming a healer for others. Something is going to happen at a group level, pretty monumental, very significant, where we speak of you all are capable of being a part of this, maybe guiding it, maybe leading it, maybe following through on that and just finding a sense of belonging. For you guys, you're on your own, but this Ace of Wands feels like professional opportunities. Maybe you guys have something like inside of you of, like, you experience something like this and then you decide, oh, I definitely want to pursue something like becoming a therapist, a counselor, a psychologist, something along those lines. But also, this Ace of Wands feels like it's something that will happen on a personal level through the group, where you all might be charged up to contribute to some kind of exciting idea or an exciting focus that the group shares. Literally, it can be as innocent and simple as you engage with this group in these kinds of ways, and then you guys like each other and like what you're doing so much that you make plans and you reach out and you give a phone call of like, how about we do this in the future? You know, how about we meet up next time, like in the park or something like that. The Ace of Wands feels like plans for the future regardless, but it does have a professional tone to it. But okay, your tea leaf cards, we have man, dealings, or relationship with a man. Your guides. Whoever this Seven of Swords energy is, it is carrying some kind of a masculine tone to it. And I'm hearing the words, you just need to know that it's like a corruption of masculine force energy. And I'm hearing like defiling of masculine tones. Okay. And then we also have broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. And we have wreath, sorrow over a loss, and the month of June. This can be very specific for you guys, like where we're speaking of something that did occur for you all in the month of June, but also it might be something specific that occurred for the others in your situation that you'll be like hanging with and, you know, vibing emotionally with and sensitively with, like sharing horror stories and grief and sorrow kind of energy. I don't know why I nervously laughed through talking about grief, sorrow, and trauma. My own trauma. They might have had something happen in June, but what these three cards are showing me is that at a time when you expected such a positive outcome, something did occur that was like a broken wishbone, where something just kind of fell out from under you and there was sorrow over a loss. This is the week where you can find a greater sense of belonging over sharing about that. Kind of like a misfortune, I'm hearing misopportune for some reason. I'm hearing that word. You all can bond over how this has been mutually occurring in all of its infinite forms, like throughout your world or your existence, and you can share these kinds of stories with other people. There's a huge amount of healing potential, but this June energy might mean that you're like at some kind of really high place, like a zone of like things were going well. It's making me feel like the people who have needed to recover from betrayal, because they just did not expect at all that betrayal would occur. Everything was like fine and they were thinking it was fine. All signs pointed to like, this is great. And then huge, massive loss happens. Okay, and then we have clouds with temporary problems, and vulture with depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. These are also speaking to the energy of the Seven of Swords, King of Cups. This is a temporary problem for you. I'm hearing what is going on with them. You do need to be aware that it will conclude in the near future. Whatever is going on with them that isn't right for you, but you do not need to get involved. Again, there's something like you don't need to get involved this week. You have nothing to do with it. The vulture card is saying something. It's like, okay, this is like a little bit negative, but expect the outcome to be their loss and your win. And again, your guides are just being like, okay, that's it. That's all group 2 needs to know. Okay, let's get some oracle cards for you. And then I've got a little bit of a special thing that I'm going to do. I have a deck and I'm going to be tuning into, here we go. This might be for you guys, specifically about this person. Right now in your head, that's not what these cards are going to say, but I have another deck and I'm going to get it at the end of your reading. Have a person in mind that you would like to kind of receive a little bit of information on, like a message from them, something to support clarity on them about. That's what I'm going to get at the end of your reading. But your 2 oracle cards for this week, we have Cat. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your overdependency on others. That's this 8 of Cups energy. And it's strange because it feels as if you guys, group 2, are very much so this week tracking for that kind of sincerity of how lonely it feels to cut ties with toxic. You know, it's alienating. It's scary. We've all had these experiences where we've had to do things like that and go out on our own in certain kinds of ways. This is the week where truly it is by doing that, you make space for what is healthier, you know, to occur in your life. And also that's what we were saying with the 8 of Cups, 6 of Cups. You relinquish your overdependency on others, you go your own way. And for some reason, that just genuinely magnetizes other people to you with this sense of belonging of like, oh, I get it. I've had to do similar. I've had to do likewise. Okay, and then we have Aquamarine. Seek emotional balance. Let calm waters guide your journey. How many Cups cards do you have? You have Cups, 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 and this King of Cups. Aquamarine is my birthstone. But yeah. I don't think I have to explain this. If you guys are into crystals, this is definitely like a really charged up one probably for your week ahead. Also just merely the color aquamarine. Also, I mean, it is the birthstone for the month of March. So it might be like, you know, continue your march forward. You're doing you, you're doing perfectly, you're doing what you can, you know, continue your mode of being. Okay, these cards are gonna clarify that person on your mind right now, okay? We have on the mend, be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. Seed of potential, plant the seed of potential and nurture its sprouting promise with care and intention. And then right track, you are going in the right direction, so just keep moving forward. Okay, what you need to hear about your person is that no matter what occurs right now in their world or in their lives, it is putting them on a track to something that is healthier overall for them and likely for you. They need to go through what they are going through in certain kinds of ways. Everybody's phases and stages and roads are different. There is something about this train track vibe and these train track energies is in a lot of ways they can't fully adjust or shift course right now. There's something maybe in a very physical kind of a like third dimensional real world kind of a tone of like it's not possible for them to do anything other than, you know, just the straight and narrow and what they're doing right now. But also on a more metaphysical kind of a plane of existence, this feels like it's something that's locked in, like they're quite determined on one particular like timeline. Like the events that are about to occur are almost fated, but you can count on them starting to get better, starting to realize like how they need to heal. And then also you can count on them realizing potentials. In a lot of ways, these are very positive toned messages. Group 2, there's also this energy of they're going to have to go through whatever it is that is required to get to the healing and the seeds of potential for what would be better. So they might be going through something that is challenging and difficult, but just trust in the energy kind of gaining momentum and the commitment being at those levels that we were discussing. Like they're going to continue on this. They can't not do this. They have to encounter these kinds of issues and stuff. Subtract what isn't working, build what would work. They're in that kind of a mode of being right now. So that's what you needed to hear about them, group 2. I am through with your reading. How did you like it? Let me know in the comments because this is a different way of doing the reading. I love feedback. Like and subscribe also because it's YouTube. And this is my little book of tarot spreads. If you guys are tarot readers, if you want to be tarot readers, here you go. I made a book of over 100 spreads for us. It's one of my favorite things that I've ever created. I use it on the daily, just about. I mean, like lately I've been very, very busy. So not every day do I get to do my favorite rituals of like, what? Oh, I've been doing this. I've been doing like, what spread do I need today? And I'm like, oh, I need this spread. Okay, this is my favorite thing to do, this book. If you guys want it, there's a paperback version or you can get it immediately with the PDF version, the ebook. So links below, sending you on your way. Please remember that we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Hi, beautiful humans in group 3. You all were drawn to the lovely little Kawaii Tarot deck. So let's get going about your week ahead. I mentioned in the intro to this video that I'm doing this spread in a little bit of a, well, it's all the way different way of doing it than how I usually do because I want to and I like it. it's fun. But you guys can let me know how you feel about it in the comments. I love feedback. But okay, there we go. I'm starting out, I just got a whole bunch of cards. These ones on the bottom are gonna show me what is likely to occur on the outside of you, and the ones up top are showing what you are capable of, what you can do this week, you know, where your power is. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have Empress and 6 of Pentacles and 8 of Cups and 3 of Cups. Okay, you guys have thriving mode turned on, whether you are aware of it or not. Thriving mode, you know, we know the magic of manifestation, and sometimes it requires us to kind of like rip off the layers of our behavior and our habits, you know, like the patterns that don't suit us. It's messy work to get to thriving mode like fully, but you guys are there kind of firmly locked in and embedded in that right now. That has been occurring. And you're maybe for a while. For you guys who are really good with astrology, you can probably like mark it as in like, oh yeah, I entered into this transit of this planet, and yeah, that does track. Like you're doing a lot to ensure that you make sure that you're like living a good life and you're doing your part. You know, getting much more into thriving mode status there. But okay, let's see what is likely to occur. Outside of you, we have 7 of Swords as well as 9 of Cups, King of Wands, High Priestess, 8 of Pentacles, and the World card. Okay, they are all telling a story of something where some energy outside of you is going to choose to be disruptive to you in the kind of a way where they are determining what would be a better future for you overall. I'm hearing the words like caregiver, lawgiver kind of energy. So this might involve something going on at a governmental level. As in like something will be decided about you that'll impact you. What is likely to occur is like this 7 of Swords and the 9 of Cups and the King of Wands. Feels like somebody is, or an energy outside of you is determining something for you in the kind of a way of, oh, group 3 would be happier if it were this way, or if they encountered life with this kind of way of doing things. It's not right for you is the biggest thing that will occur this week. It isn't all right, and it's not right for you. And so then here we have what is likely to occur. The High Priestess, the energy of like soft authority. Oh, I need to describe this, don't I? Soft authority is like that curvy, very convoluted, messy web that interconnects all of us. We can sense it with all of our senses, and it is truth, and it is larger than any kind of human imposed, you know, dominant kind of authority. It's very, very large, and we can tell because we can sense it with a sense of knowingness, or it's like a mutually shared truth. Soft authority is going to come out, and the 8 of Pentacles, it's going to kind of win the day for you all. Feels like something like at work, like your work is going to try to enact some kind of policy about like when and where to use, I don't know, this is also school, and when and where to use cell phones or mobiles. And there's something about how like the sincerity of a certain amount of sense of belonging, a certain amount of what would truly be healthy, a certain amount of shared mutual truth is going to be so large, so obvious. Think in terms of like what soft authority sits beneath the surface, and it's gigantic. You know, like our human flavors of authority, it's like on top, and it's like, I tell you what to do and I control. It's small in comparison. Something that is along the lines of soft authority is going to be so huge with this 8 of Pentacles that will start to be the thing that everybody involved in your situation starts to work on instead. And then with the World card, I really feel like by the end of the week, this matter will be fully concluded. I'm also hearing within 3 business days, this total matter will be concluded and we won't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, thriving mode. Let's see much more of like what's in your power this week, group 3. Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands. I'm gonna get the two more cards. Hold on. There's something about like if you are sensing your own right to action, your own call to rise to the occasion, then by all means do so. This Ace of Cups, it feels like do sense though first whether or not your energy is required in your outer world in any kind of a way that would tax you significantly. Otherwise, this Knight of Wands kind of heroism, like full charge forward momentum of passion desires is better played out or better suited to be devoted to you and other things that are more significant to you, or let's just call it like it is. Ace of Cups, what is most internally significant for you? It's giving me the vibes of really suss out this week whether or not you all are going to have to be like devotionally defensive, passionate, to a protest, some kind of that like upper level, you know, human made authority kind of thing. Is that what you're going to need to do? Very much so. You're going to have a lot of firepower, and it's best devoted to your kind of own internal compass of like, you're going to have to suss it out. You're going to have to sensitize and feel it out, feel your way into what is good for you to spend this momentum on. Okay, we also have 7 of Pentacles and we have Strength card, and it really, really feels like a whole lot of your own authority will occur through playing a role, doing your part, and modes of staying in your lane and doing those kinds of things very, very well this week. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles is very much like, you know, do what you're used to, stay in your lane. And then there's something about how it applies to the 8 of Pentacles here. Like when it comes down to it, your power will be expressed and exposed the most through the energy of your work or the roles that you are suited to in life right now, the roles that you naturally are, or the roles that you play, like including like wife, husband, spouse, partner, mother, father, daughter, you know, son, brother, sister, all that kind of friend, all that kind of energy. The power that you will have is to keep going with those kinds of expected efforts and those kind of expected outcomes. More than likely the energy around you that might feel like it's pulling on you to do something about it will dissolve without you needing to thoroughly address it head on. Okay, that's what we needed to say. That's where your power is. You guys probably have like a whole lot more that's going on where you can put all of your desires and passions and firepower, maybe like righteous anger kind of energy into other things that would suit you more, that would be like a whole lot more personally fulfilling and a whole lot more personally expressive. Overall, these cards are saying make sure that you know when you need to do something, if at all. Because more than likely, if you just do your role, play your part, you're not gonna be required to devote any time or significance to whatever this whole thing is outside of you. But okay, let's see your tea leaf cards. Pig. Beware of greed. You guys are going through a little bit like, I don't know, this is a little bit of an antagonizing, this is my personal opinion. I'll get my personal opinion out of this. Okay, they're basically saying don't do more than you even need to or have to. Like, take care with where your role is and you know, doing your part. Do your part to where it is best suited for you this week. Pay attention to you're in thriving mode. What does thriving look like? There's a chance that this kind of 7 of Swords, King of Wands thing might siphon your energy. I keep describing it, but I don't know if I'm actually talking about something that's real, but it is something that I keep channeling, and these are the words that come through. Narcissistic loops of conversation and discussions. You have a potential of getting trapped in one of those this week. You know, like part of the narcissistic loop is you feel like you need to prove that you're right or that you're good. Your guides are like, with the pig card, beware of greed. this feels mean, but that's the energy of it being very greedy of you. To have to be right about something that like you kind of don't belong in. Like you don't have to do anything about that, you know, kind of a thing. Take care of your energy. Stay in thriving mode. Don't get lost in the loop. Okay. We also have Beetle with good fortune. There's more than enough potential of bounty in your near future because of this thriving mode. And again, remember what we were channeling with the Empress energy on the bottom of the deck? Part of thriving mode is taking off all of the habits and layers of perception that don't suit what thriving mode would be for us as individuals and us as interconnected energies and beings. You have good fortune, you know, going on right now in your very near future, in your future just in general. Stick with this Seven of Pentacles strength energy, kind of like stay in your mode, stay in your vibe, stay in your lane. Water off a duck's back, you know? And then we have Vine. Seek out information that will help you. Do whatever you need. I'm gonna do a little plug for you guys. I like to share this with you. It's my little book of tarot spreads. It's one of my favorite things that I have ever created, aside from my children. I love it. I think it's a brilliant book, and I channeled these spreads for us. If you guys want this book, there's a link to the printed version, and you can get it quicker with the PDF ebook version. But grab a deck, you know, grab some tarot, learn a bit if you're new to it. And then with this Vine, seek out information that will help you. Tarot has been one of my favorite things to functionally help me to sift my way, you know, like what we're talking about here. Make sure that you don't get into shit you don't even need to, you know, kind of a thing. Wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. That is not the goal this week. If anything, every part of the energy of what's wanted to come through in your reading, group 3, is like, do not allow your life to ramble aimlessly. Didn't I say the, what did I call it? The narcissistic loop. Don't get caught in that. Look out for it. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Something about the way I personally do tarot. I'm going to point out the book again if it helps. Either that or you just reach out for more tarot readings, see more, whatever it is for you that helps you with muddled, unclear thinking, that helps you seek out information, and that helps you with indecisiveness. For me, 9 times out of 10, that is legit tarot. That other time out of 10, it's friends who care and who are really good guides in my life, okay? Do you with that. And then we have Tortoise. Oh, look at that. Sorry, I'm so excited that this card came out because it's so 7 of Pentacles for you guys, and the peaceful strength energy. Slowly but surely getting ahead. Thriving mode switched on, group 3. Don't let anything siphon. Oh, these cards, your tea leaf cards really backed up our statements and our sentiments. Okay, I am getting you guys some oracle cards to finish off your reading, but I do also want to say that I'm trying something new at the end, at the way end. I mean, we're pretty much almost done with your reading. Have a person in mind. One person, or maybe like, you know, an energy of a group of people. At the end of your reading, after I show you guys these 2 cards, I'm going to get a couple cards that will be like messages about them, messages from them, helping you clarify about that person, okay? But your animal oracle for the week ahead is Rattlesnake. The experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. For some strange reason, your guides kind of wanted to transform that word healer into leader. Healing looks like what it looks like. It's infinite. It can look like infinite things. There's something that you're about to go through where you've switched on this thriving mode. Who of us can actually raise our hands and be like, oh, I know exactly what that is? Like, I don't know. Let's learn. Let's figure it out this week. You're about to learn more, okay? You're about to be initiated even more into thriving mode. Your crystal for the week ahead, Tanzanite. I don't know why I'm like, woo, Tanzanite. So this might be a crystal that you know, kind of hang out with this week. It says, open yourself to spiritual growth, embrace higher knowledge. That's what we're talking about. We kind of have to divest from the shit that's toxic. And so then we need consciousness, we need mindfulness, we need awareness, you know, all those kinds of things. And then, you know, comes the growth. Okay, now I'm getting the cards about your person. They want an extra card. Here we go. Let's see a little bit more about what wants to come through for you guys involving them. But okay, take great care, nurture yourself, prioritize well-being, and tread gently on your journey ahead. And then we have Harmony's call, embrace equality and pursue justice, harmonizing the energies to manifest a balanced and just outcome. And then this one, seek truth. Embrace clarity as revelations unfold. Keep an open mind for answers to illuminate the path to understanding. They wanted more cards, but they're coming through with a very straightforward and simple, direct, kind of clarification for you. It's not necessarily them. I kind of feel like what we're channeling is more of their higher dimensional, higher self kind of energy of they're headed for a tower moment. They're headed for a tower moment. There's something in their life that is embraced by an energy that is false. It's been built up, but it's all sitting on something that isn't solid, and it can't last for much longer. It has to fall. There's nothing to do for it but to fall. It's not honest. It's not true. It's not working. They're not heeding Harmony's call. They're not taking great care, and they're not seeking truth. In a lot of ways, they're dealing with something about like pressuring the energy of the lie further. So I just really feel like expect the outcome in their near future to be something like a fall, something like the energy of collapse. Be there for them if that tracks and if that suits for you all. Be there when it does fall over. This doesn't have to be overtly sinister. This can be the energy of you turning into a person who fancies someone who's super toxic. And then this is just saying they're about to find out that the person that they fancy is super toxic. And so then, they're going to have one of those Willoughby moments, from Sense and Sensibility, where they're like, oh, that was a fuckboy kind of thing. So, you can be there when they do figure it out. But regardless, that's what you guys needed to hear and know. Sorry if the sun is coming in so much. But regardless, there we go. We're done with your reading. I already showed you my book if you guys want it. Link below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, comment below. Tell me how you like this new style. I like it. I think it's good. But otherwise, I'm sending you on your way. Please remember that we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Hello again. You guys are curious about the decks that I used in this reading. You already know about the tarot decks. Here they are. This one I got on accident, and it's by I don't know. Hold on. My mind went blank. It always does this when I try to talk at this point in the video. I just channeled, so then I have like no brain for normal thoughts. Yeah, here you go. That's all you need to see. And then tea leaf cards. I can barely see the screen because of the light. Spirit, animals, that one, and then this one. Okay, I love you guys. Goodbye.